Yo! What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from Team Sam X1 here. Sunday, happy guys, in today's video, I am coming at you with the brand new Rose Dragon Plant Synchro deck profile for you guys today. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. The deck is super duper fun. Also, at the same time, super duper competitive. You guys just want to have a little taste of Akiza. I understand. She's bad. She's a baddie. She's my favorite anime character too. I don't blame ya. If you guys want to have a little taste of Akiza, plus at the same time kick your opponents, and you also want to win, this deck is the perfect deck for you. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any new deck profile requests, make sure you guys comment in the comment section below what deck profile you guys want to see. You guys want to see amazements? I got a crazy list for that too. I got a bunch of crazy videos coming up for you guys over the next couple of weeks. So I really hope you guys stay tuned for that. Smash the thumbs up button. Without further ado, let's start with the brand new Rose Dragon Plant Synchro deck profile for 2021 format. Alright guys, let's do it. Alright guys, start with the monster real quick. We're gonna play, of course, triple copies of the brand new Ruby Rose Witch. She's absolutely phenomenal. You want to open up with her as quickly as possible. And the best way to get into her is also using Lone Fire Blossom, which is absolutely insane. You want to try to get access to her as quickly as you can. She's one of the best combo starters in the entire deck. And the reason why you play 3 copies of her is because she helps you get access to the Witch of the Black Rose. So you're going to be able to use her effect to tribute herself, to stack the Rose Fairy, search Witch of the Black Rose, normal summon Witch of the Black Rose, special Rose Fairy. You pretty much have your first turn Haki Fibrax play, which is actually really, really good. So she's a 1-card Haki Fibrax, which is absolutely amazing. And she makes Witch of the Black Rose become insane. So Ruby Rose Witch with like a white dragon is pretty much full combo. There are so many different ways to combo off in this deck. Ruby Rose Witch or Lone Fire with an extender is full combo. And I'll showcase you guys the combo throughout the end of the video, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But basically, this is the starter of your deck. Ruby Rose Witch and Lone Fire Blossom. You tribute Lone Fire, summon Ruby Rose Witch directly from the deck, continue on comboing off from there, and Ruby Rose Witch gets you access to, of course, your Witch of the Black Rose, which is really, really good. So that's pretty much it for your Witch engine. Okay, for your Dragon engine, of course, we're going to play triple copies of Rox Rose Dragon. Rox Rose Dragon is absolutely insane. She's a Rhoda for the deck. She basically gets to search your extender spell cards directly from your deck to your hand, which is absolutely ridiculous, right? So triple copies of Rock Rose. Next, you're playing triple copies of White Rose Dragon. This card is the Foolish Barrel for the deck. When this card is normal summon, you can special one Rose Dragon monster from your hand or graveyard. You can only use each of the following effect of White Rose Dragon per turn. So if you control a Dragon Tuner or a Plant Tuner, you can special this card from your hand. So this card is an awesome extender. And if this card is sent to the graveyard for a Synchro material, you can send one level 4 or higher plant monster directly from your deck to the grave. And this card's a really awesome Foolish Burial card. And it's also a great extender for the deck. Next off, we're going to play, of course, 2 copies of the Red Rose Dragon. If Red Rose is sent to the graveyard as Synchro material, you can special on one Rose Dragon monster from your hand or deck. So it's like kind of like a tour guide, which is really, really good. Then, if this card is sent to the graveyard as Synchro summon of a Black Rose or a Plant Synchro monster, you can add one Frozen Rose directly from your deck to your hand. So it has 2 effects both in one, especially in the Rock Rose, and at the same time search your Frozen Rose, which is actually really good for this deck right here. Next off, of course, for your extenders and utility cards, you're going to play 2 copies of the Rose Fairy. Rose Fairy is awesome because there are so many different ways to add this card to your hand. If this card is added to your hand by effect, you basically get special this card from your hand. And it's a free plant extender, which is really good. Mardell basically searches this card. And also your Ruby Rose Witch helps you stack this card, which is really good. So you use Ruby Rose Witch to stack the Rose Fairy, and then you activate Witch the Black Forest to draw into the Rose Fairy, and then since you drew into the Rose Fairy, you basically get a special Rose Fairy to make your first turn Quishon Haki Fibrax, which is why Red Rose Witch is just so good. So double copies of the Rose Fairy. Next, for more of your extenders and utility card, you want to play 3 copies of Dark Rose Fairy, 1 Rose Girl, 1 Caligo Claw Crow, essentially the same thing as Dark Rose Fairy. Cards are very awesome. And last but not least, the 1 Stay Sailor Romarin right here. These cards are all great. Utility card for the deck. Stay Sailor is a Foolish Burial. So this is pretty much it for your extenders and utility cards. Next off, for your 1-ups, you'll play, of course, the 1 Mardell Generator Boss of Light. Usually you can special summon this card off the Empress of Blossoms, which is really good. And when she special summons, you basically get to add a plant monster from your deck to your hand, which is insane, right? So it's another Stratos for the deck. Next, of course, a really awesome extender, Spore. You can't play a plant-based deck without Spore, man. Card's really good. Help you get access to Garden Rose Maiden by banishing, of course, the Rose Fairy from the grave. This card will become a level 4 with a level 1 monster and Spore, which will become a level 4 if you banish the Rose Fairy. You can use Spore and also cards like Omni Dragon Brotar to make Garden Rose Maiden, which is really good. And Brotar is insane because you are playing LP in the deck, and summoning Brotar, searching cards of Galactic Spiral Dragon, helping you get access to rank 8 Xyz play, which is absolutely ridiculous, right? And I'll showcase you guys a combo utilizing these two cards once I progress through the combo tutorial of this deck profile. So that's pretty much it for the monsters. After the spells, best extender in the deck for sure is triple copies of Basil Rose Shoot. Card's absolutely amazing, and the one copy of the Frozen Rose. Frozen Rose searches Spore, and then you can ditch Spore to the graveyard using Omni Dragon Brotar's effect to search your Galactic Spiral Dragon, which is absolutely insane. So Frozen Rose is very nice, and of course you must play the one copy of the Black Garden in your deck. This card's a very awesome extender, and it's a free search off Garden Rose Maiden, which is really good. But Basil Rose Shoot, absolutely insane. Must play 3 copies of this card. Self-explanatory, man. It is a monster reborn. And to round off for your traps, you're gonna play, of course, the one copy of Blessed Winds. In this deck, you can easily make the Aroma Seraphie Sweet Marjoram, and Marjoram searches this card, and this card becomes an additional interruption during your opponent's turn, which is really good alongside Marjoram, right? So if you gain life points, Marjoram will trigger the pop cards, and you can easily summon Marjoram's effect using Cross Rose Dragon to tribute itself, and also a plant monster to synchro summon your Sweet Marjoram from your extra deck. And once you do that, you basically get to search your Blessed Winds directly from your deck to your hand. Next off, for your utility, of course, Call by the Grave. This deck is a combo deck, so you want to ensure that all your combos go through. The 1/1 for 1 is trying to get access to Rudy Rose as quickly as possible. One Monster Reborn is very awesome extender, which is really nice. And last but not least, I think the best utility card in the game right now is Dark Ruler No More. I don't play any hand traps in this deck. This is probably the only brick in my deck while going first. Dark Ruler is just really awesome because there are a lot of decks that want to go first. If you draw Dark Ruler No More, you basically wipe out your opponent's entire board. They can't respond with any of the monster effect, and you can easily make access to your synchro plays. And with Dark Ruler, you negate everything, get access to your synchro plays, wipe your opponent's board, set up a bunch of negates, which is really good. Again, I don't play hand traps because I want to combo, and see more hand traps in this deck prevents me from comboing, right? So this deck, this card is probably the only brick, but while going second, this card is an absolute blowout. So a lot of decks are going to be playing Dark Ruler now, so this card is insane. Alright guys, off to the extra deck for your synchros. Of course, the one Rudy Rose Dragon. This card's insane. It's a board wipe and also banishes everything from the grave, which is really good. You can't play Rudy Rose without Black Rose. Black Rose is also absolutely phenomenal as well. And also the one copy of Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford the Ultra one, so I still need to find it somewhere, man. But anyways, you know, one of each Black Rose Dragons. Omega, Crystal Wing, big level 8 synchros. Garden Rose Flora, she's a quick sync, and also gives you access to a token, which is really insane, and double copies of the Maiden. Okay, more Akiza cards, man. Like, seeing Akiza cards is pretty nice, so Maiden is really, really good. Great extender as well. The one Empress, a Blossom, and the one Aroma Seraphie Sweet Marjoram. Interruption, extender, really awesome cards. Last but not least, for your links, of course, the Hieratic Seal, Guard Dragon LP, Haki Fibrax, and of course the Crossroads Dragon. For all the cards you're playing for the links, these are great combo extenders for the deck, and this is great interruption, disruption during your opponent's turn. And last but not least, you're playing, of course, the one copy of number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. And the only card I'm missing in the extra deck right now is Satellite Warrior. So here's what Satellite Warrior looks like. If you guys have access to that, I would recommend you guys playing Satellite Warrior. I'd probably cut out, I don't know, man. I'd probably maybe cut out, you can either cut out the Moonlight, or you can even cut out the Rudy Rose or even Black Rose Dragon to replace it with Satellite Warrior. Satellite Warrior is absolute mandatory in the deck. So maybe you can maybe even cut out Black Rose to put in Satellite Warrior, in my opinion. So that's pretty much it. Let's go on with some of the combos you guys can do with this deck real quick. Alright guys, so here we have it, the brand new Rose Dragon Plant Synchro deck combos. I'm going to showcase you guys 2 important combos you guys must know when it comes to utilizing and playing this deck. So this combo, you're going to require to have Rudy Rose Witch and White Rose Dragon. So what do you do with this hand? First and foremost, you're going to normal summon your Rudy Rose Witch. What you're going to do is that you're going to use her effect, tribute her, to add your Witch of the Black Forest directly from your deck to your hand. And now she allows you to stack your Rose Fairy to the top of your deck, okay? So this is a Rose Fairy right here. Once its effect resolves, you basically get to normal summon Witch of the Black Rose, which is really, really good. Witch of the Black Black Rose effect gets their ability. When this card is normal summon while you control no cards, you can draw one card. Then if it's not a monster, send it to the graveyard, then destroy this card. Since you already know what the card is because you stack Rose Fairy to the top of your deck using Rudy Rose Witch, you basically get to draw into Rose Fairy, and once you draw into Rose Fairy will now trigger off her effect. If this card is added from your deck to your hand by the effect of a spell, trap a monster card, in this case Witch of the Black Rose, you basically get to special summon this card, which is really good. So you can special summon Rose Fairy, you get to link these two to the graveyard to make your Crystron Hockey Fibrax. Okay, once Hockey Fibrax comes out, you're gonna activate Hockey Fibrax ability to special summon the Red Rose Dragon directly from your deck. Now, since you control a Dragon Tuner or a Plant Tuner, you can special summon the White Rose Dragon that's in your hand. So special summon the White Rose Dragon using Red Rose Dragon and White Rose Dragon. You're going to synchro these two to the grave. You're going to special summon Perilous, Empress of Blossoms. So now since you summon Empress of Blossoms, you're going to activate both Red Rose and also White Rose Dragon's effect. You can use Red Rose Chainlink 1, White Rose Dragon Chainlink 2. White Rose Dragon gets to Foolish Burial your Mardell, Generator, Boss of Light to the graveyard. And then Red Rose is going to trigger her effect to special summon the Rock Rose Dragon directly from the deck. And since this card was sent to the graveyard as a synchro summon of a plant synchro monster, you also get to trigger out Red Rose Dragon to add your Frozen Rose. So now in a new change, since Rock Rose Dragon is special summon, you'll get to trigger off her effect to basically add the Basil Rose Shoot directly from your deck to your hand. So now you're gonna activate your Empress's ability. She's a monster reborn to special summon back your Mardell from your graveyard. And then once she's summoned, you get to trigger off her ability to add one plant monster directly from your deck to your hand, which is going to be your Rose Girl. Now what's gonna happen next is very simple. You're gonna turn your Rock Rose Dragon right here, you're gonna make into your Guard Dragon plays. To special summon your Guard Dragon LP, now you're gonna use Hockey Fibrax and also Mardell. Special summon your Cross Rose Dragon from your extra deck. Now what you're gonna do is that you're gonna activate your LP's effect to special summon the Dark Dragon monster directly from the deck, which is your Omni Dragon Brotar. Chainlink 1, you're gonna activate Omni Dragon Brotar to target the Cross Rose Dragon. Chainlink 2, immediately you're gonna activate your Frozen Rose to tribute the LP to search your Spore directly from your deck to your hand. Now Chain will resolve backwards. Omni Dragon will get to pitch the Spore from your hand to the graveyard. And now Brotar will basically get to search your Galactic Spiral Dragon directly from your deck to your hand. Now what you're gonna do is that you're gonna banish your Rose Fairy from your graveyard, okay, to special summon Spore to your side of the field. Okay, Spore is now level 4. Now what's gonna happen next is you're gonna activate your Galactic Spiral Dragon, special summon this card from your hand. Do not use this card's ability yet. What you're gonna do next is that you're gonna use Omni Dragon Brotar and also the Spore. You're gonna synchro these two to the graveyard to special summon your Garden Rose Maiden. So now what you're gonna activate is a Garden Rose Maiden Chainlink 1, Rose Girl Chainlink 2, special summon Rose Girl, Chainlink 1 Maiden resolves to search your Black Garden directly from your deck to your hand. Now what's gonna happen next is that using Garden Rose Maiden and also Rose Girl, synchro these two cards to the graveyard. You're gonna special summon, of course, your Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So now what you do is that you're gonna activate your Crossroads Dragon's effect, tribute the Crossroad and also the plant synchro monster that you have on the field, which is the Empress, to special summon Garden Rose Flora from your extra deck. Now what's gonna happen next is that you're gonna activate your Basil Rose Shoot. You are gonna special summon, of course, your White Rose Dragon back from your graveyard. Now what we're gonna do is that you're gonna activate Galactic Spiral Dragon's effect. White Rose Dragon will now become a level 8, so you can overlay these two cards right here for number 38 right here. So now what you're gonna do is that you're gonna banish your Garden Rose Maiden that's in your graveyard to special summon your Cross Rose Dragon from your grave. Now what's gonna happen next is that you're gonna activate your Black Garden that you search off the Garden Rose Maiden. You're gonna activate Garden Rose Flora's effect to pop the Black Garden that you just activated to special summon a token, okay? So now this is your end board, okay? You're gonna pass turn to your opponent. During your opponent's turn, you're gonna activate your Cross Rose Dragon's effect. You're gonna pop itself and also the Rose token that you generated off the Flora. You're gonna synchro summon into your Garden Rose Maiden that's in your extra deck, so this is your second copy. So now what's gonna happen next, you're gonna activate Chainlink 1 Maiden, Chainlink 2 Flora. So you can actually quick sync the Garden Rose Flora and also the Garden Rose Maiden to the graveyard to special summon either the Ruby Rose Dragon right here from your extra deck. Okay, and then once it resolves, you basically get to add the Black Garden back to your hand. It's a board wipe, and also at the same time, it can also negate. There is a better option than Ruby Rose Dragon in my opinion, which is going to be the Satellite Warrior. Unfortunately, I don't have Satellite Warrior at all. I tried my best to find that card in my house, but I don't have any copies of Satellite Warrior. Once Satellite Warrior summons out, you're going to have a total of 3 Synchro monsters in your graveyard. So Satellite Warrior will get to pop 3 cards which is absolutely insane. So I definitely recommend you guys trying out this combo for yourself. Let's go on with another combo you guys could go towards when it comes to playing this deck right here. Alright guys, for the next combo, you're required to have Red Rose Dragon, White Rose, and any discard outlet, okay? Very standard. You're gonna normal summon your Red Rose Dragon, special summon, of course, the White Rose Dragon from your hand. Using these two, you're gonna sink these two cards in the graveyard. You are gonna special summon your Perilous Empress of Blossoms from your extra deck. Now White Rose Dragon and also Red Rose Dragon will now trigger both their abilities. White Rose Dragon will dump the Mardell to the graveyard. Red Rose will trigger off her effect to special summon, of course, the Rox Rose Dragon from your deck, and then also adding your Frozen Rose. So now what's gonna happen, Rox Rose will trigger off its effect since she was special summoned to search your Basil Shoot. Now what you're gonna do is that you're gonna activate your Perilous Empress of Blossoms ability to special summon your Mardell. Mardell, when it's special summoned, you basically get to search your Rose Fairy. Once Rose Fairy is added from the deck to your hand using a monster ability, you basically get to special summon Rose Fairy, which is absolutely amazing. Now using Rox Rose Dragon and also Mardell, you're gonna link these two cards to the grave to special summon your Crystron Hockey Fibrax. Now you're gonna activate Hockey Fibrax's effect to special summon your Spore directly from the deck. Now using Spore and of course the Parialis, Empress of Blossom, you're gonna sink these two to the grave to special summon your Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon right here. Now what's gonna happen next is that you're gonna activate your Basil Rose Shoot. You're gonna special summon your Red Rose Dragon from your graveyard. Of course, you're gonna turn the Red Rose into the LP, and then you're gonna turn Hockey Fibrax and also the Rose Dragon. You're gonna make it the Cross Rose Dragon. Now you're gonna activate the LP's effect. You are going to special summon, of course, Yami Dragon Brotar directly from the deck. Using Brotar, you're going to target the Cross Rose Dragon. At the same time, chain Frozen Rose to tribute the LP to add the Rose Grow directly from your deck to your hand. Omni Dragon will pitch the one random card that you have in your hand to search the Galactic Spiral Dragon. Now what's going to happen next is that you're going to banish the Rose Fairy from your graveyard to activate Spore's effect. So special summon Spore to your side of the field. This card's now level 4. Now what's really important is that you're going to activate your Galactic Spiral Dragon that's in your hand. Special summon it. Do not use this card's ability just yet. You're going to sink Spore and also Omni Dragon Brotar into your Garden Rose Maiden. So now Chainlink 1 Maiden, Chainlink 2 Rose Girl. Rose Girl will get a special summon herself to your side of the field, and then Maiden will get to search your Black Garden directly from your deck to your hand. So now what you do next is that you're going to activate your Black Garden right here. You're going to use your Rose Girl and also your Garden Rose Maiden on the field to special summon your Cyframe Lord Omega. Black Garden will now trigger its effect to give your opponent a token. So now what's going to happen next is you're going to activate your Black Garden's effect. You're going to target your Rose Girl that's in your graveyard. She has exactly 800 attack. Black Garden's effect to nuke itself and also all the plant monsters on the field, which is the only token, which has a total attack of 800 to special summon back the Rose Girl that's in your graveyard. So now what's going to happen next is that using Crossroads Dragon's effect, you're going to tribute Crossroads Dragon and a plant monster, which is the Rose Girl. Tribute these two to the graveyard to synchro summon from your extra deck. You can either summon your Rudy Rose Dragon right here from your extra deck, or you can synchro summon your Aroma Seraphy Sweet Marjoram. Both are good in my opinion. It's all up to personal preference on what you want to synchro summon. Rudy Rose Dragon is potentially 2 negates. You can negate something else and also bring out the Black Rose Moonlight Dragon from your extra deck for your opponent's turn, which is really good. But if you want to get additional pops and disruptions from your opponent's turn, instead of having to wait for your opponent to do something, you can actually just special summon your Marjoram instead, and once Marjoram is special summoned, you get to activate your Marjoram's effect to search your Blessed Winds directly from your deck to your hand, which is actually really good. So there's 2 options. You can summon Rudy Rose or you can summon Marjoram, but Blessed Winds is pretty good because Blessed Winds lets you gain light points by shuffling a plant monster from your graveyard. And once you gain light points, Marjoram will get trigger off its ability to pop a card your opponent controls, which is really good. So you search your Blessed Winds. Now what's going to happen next is that you get to banish your Garden Rose Maiden from your graveyard to special summon back your White Rose Dragon from your grave. Now you can trigger off your Galactic Spiral Dragon's effect to make all monsters on the field become level 8. White Rose Dragon will now become a level 8. You can easily use these two to special summon your Hope Harbinger Titanic Galaxy right here, which is actually pretty good. So that's pretty much it for the second combo, guys. You essentially have a total of 4 disruptions right here, which is really awesome for this deck in my opinion. You can either summon Marjoram or Rudy Rose Dragon. It's all up to personal preference on what you guys would like to summon, but this board is pretty decent. This board is pretty scary in my opinion. And that's pretty much it. Let me know what your thoughts about this Black Rose Synchro deck, Plant Synchro deck, whatever you guys want to call it, in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. It is your boy Sam from Team Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.